Okay, so I believe we're live. So, what I wanted to talk about today, and I just want to tell you that some of the, maybe some of the podcast things, well, I mean, yeah, um, those are different. But so anyway, if you put a live stream with a podcast, that those things don't seem to go together. So, what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about the fact that I have been doing some changes and I have been making some readjustments with things. And um, I don't know, I think I may have gotten rid of something that was to premiere this December, the 20th, before the 21st. If you remember, we had the great Jupiter Saturn conjunction on the 21st of December of last year, where we had Jupiter, which is the planet of luck, good fortune, growth, expansion, joviality, bigger than life planet, move into Aquarius, which is all about innovation and coming together, and it's free air energy going out of the box, which Jupiter in Aquarius is such a great placement because only two signs from Aquarius is Sagittarius, which is goes very well with Aquarius. Saturn, which is the planet of restriction, the planet of time. Saturn is the ancient ruler of time. Whatever life lesson that you're not necessarily coming in with, but that just the challenges and the obstacles and the hard work that you need um, to face during this life. So wherever that is, that's going to be your kryptonite. Saturn is the planet of your purpose. Your north node is just where you're going. Don't confuse the north node with Saturn. It's more about the nodes of the moon. But so anyway, getting into what I wanted to talk about. The upcoming holiday season can be stressful. It can be a lot of things, and you can probably feel high strung. You can probably feel just like, oh my goodness, this is such a special day. And I want to enjoy this so much, and I want to I want this, I want that, I want to have fun, and this needs to be this way, this needs to be that way. And I just think that it's a natural thing. Um, and I think that true enjoyment comes with just allowing. And I think also that, it's kind of unrelaxing to think about, like, on this day I have to be a certain way. No, you don't have to be this or that just because it's Christmas or just because it's Thanksgiving. What if it's not the day, but what if it's just maybe around the day? Maybe you don't feel in the Christmas spirit on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but maybe on the 27th or maybe earlier you feel good, you feel positive, you feel excited, you know, all of those things. And that's fine. And, not the guilt for that, but just the acceptance of that. And just, being very grounded, connecting with the senses, and being in the present. being in the present, just, and it's okay if you go back over and you know, overthink, rethink, this to try to reconstruct it, to try to, mm, make it a certain way because it probably, will not be a certain way. And the holidays last year were very hard hitting on a lot of people. A lot of people who could not see their families. They could not see their families. They couldn't, um, enjoy that time because of COVID and everything. And I want to talk about the astrology, and I want to say the word regardless, regardless of how it went, regardless of how you thought it went, regardless of the feelings and thoughts, just in terms of just generally what it was. The moon was in Taurus. The moon symbolizes emotions, comforts, which what makes you feel secure, and also intuitions. It rules the relationship you had with your mother. What kind of a nurturer that would be? What makes you feel nurtured? And the moon was in Taurus. The moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus. It is, you know, I think one of the best moon signs because what is Taurus? It's slow, it's grounded, it's in the body, it's connected with the earth, it's connected with the plants that I see. I see a plant around me now. I'm looking at the window. I'm smelling the wonderful smell of boeuf bourguignon that is wafting through the kitchen. Um, what if the best present that you can give is your presence? Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift from God. Right now is a gift from God, which is why we call it the present. What if the best gift that you can give others is just by being, not by doing, not by the giving and this and that, not by all the bells and whistles of the presents and the lights and all of those things, but just by, you know, spending that time and, connecting with family and just finding things, to be grateful for. Like, I'm so grateful for you sitting next to me. I'm so grateful that we're here together. And, I mean, you could say, I mean, there's several things. There's a um, person whom, a family member went to college with, whose family did not believe in celebrating Christmas because Christmas is really a state of mind, state of heart that you should celebrate every day. Now, it might make you sick to hear the song, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. I'm sure that you've heard that song, I wish it could be Christmas every day. And here's what it means by that. Not that snow globe. Remember, like Caroline, when you go into the snow globe wanting to escape, um, you know, the environment, the earth, now your life, because it's just so imperfect, and you get there, then it's just so perfect, and just becomes just too much, too perfect. And those imperfections are where a lot of the things lie. And maybe it's a good thing that you can't go back, and just, letting things be the way they are, just accepting things as they are, and, going, oh, well, maybe I wasn't in the perfect state of mind and heart during this time, but I still had a good time, and these types of things can be in retrospect. Now, I wish it could be Christmas every day is just, not, as I said again, not the bells and whistles, but just the spirit of Christmas, being with your family, what I call pasty memories or hygge memories, when you're helping to make the dessert and the food in the kitchen with your family members. And and so that's what is really meant by that. And so, Christmas is really, if you look at the meaning of Christmas, let's not define it by just December 24th and 25th. Let's define it, let's redefine it. Make it, you know, um, all, anytime. Separating that from the Christmas holiday, which is celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And I'm going to say to you, just to do what works for you. Don't go on the bandwagon of what people are doing and just that doesn't work for you. And, do what makes you feel, nurtured, nourished. Um, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever you would enjoy doing. I think that that's the most important thing. It's really um, self care. And of course, might have plans, but, working around those plans, making those plans flexible and things like that. And um, just, you know, thinking about that day is one of the days in the uh, Christmas Eve or, winter time, December time. And back then, they had the 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of Christmas thing that they did, we all know the song. Um, I'm just linking a couple of things right here in the chat. Let's see here. And let's see. I'm gonna link a video. Um, I don't know where that video was. I don't know if there's others. But so yeah, so I linked some holiday music and there's other things I could think. But anyway.